Here's the story about how I snuck out to Paris to see Stray Kids. To start this off, I'll just say that I have a really strict mum. She's protective of everything that I do. She doesn't like the fact that I like K-pop, and she doesn't really like me going to concerts or doing anything fun. I'm 19, and this is my last year to be rebellious. I did what I had to do, and I snuck out for these concerts. I got the tickets to both concerts, so step 1 in Eden's master plan was finally complete. Step 2 was like planting the lie like a little seed ready to grow. I decided to say I had to do an art thing at university up London for the London concert, which was a really bad lie because the concert was on a Sunday in the summer holidays and the uni was shut. But she believed it, so great. And for Paris, I just said I'm staying with my boyfriend for a week, and no one questioned it, so that was fine. Everything was Gucci. I was going to go see Stray Kids, I was going to go adventure around Paris, and I was going to live my best rebellious teenager life. But then, like a meteor crashing into my peaceful plans and my bank account, Stray Kids announced a Paris fansign, and Boo Boo the Fool decided that holding Bang Chan's hand was a lot more important than saving for uni at that point. If you don't really know how fansigns work, you get like a set amount of time to order albums from a specific shop. Each album is around 1 entry, and then the more you buy, the more chance you have of getting into the fansign. I bought an amount that I'm not happy to specify, but let's just say I was broke and I had 2 huge boxes of albums that I had to smuggle into my house and hide before anyone questioned me. We didn't find out the results of the fansign until like a week before I had to leave for Paris, so I couldn't book any hotels or trains because I didn't know how long I had to be there for. Honestly, I thought I wouldn't get in, so I went downstairs, I grabbed my tub of ice cream for comfort, and then, oh, my phone's going off. Oh, I got in. Hell yeah, let's go. From then on, it was just a real big rush of trying to book everything before the London concerts. We booked the trains, we booked hotels, Disneyland tickets, just necessities really. And, you know, nothing can go wrong from doing this last minute, right? Nothing. Day 1, London concert. Woo! I got up around 4 a.m. to attend my uni art thing and got to the venue around 6 a.m. I met some friends. We just kind of queued around the venue all day, which is boring but fun because I got to meet people at the same time. I won't really go into detail about the concerts because there's like 1,000 videos about Stray Kids concerts, so go watch one of those. But I will tell you about High Touch. If you don't know what High Touch is, essentially companies basically go, pay me £150 and you can slap some hands. And that seems really dumb, right? Deal, let's slap them hands. It was already really late at this point, and the last train came in like 15 minutes. So I tried to be one of the first people for High Touch, but this means I couldn't really plan what I had to say. I don't really remember much. I know that I yoinked Hyunjin's hand down for some reason, and then it came to Chan, and Chan's my bias, so I wanted to say you're my inspiration, but I panicked, and I looked at him dead in the eyes, and I just went, you man inspiration. Day 2. Paris time. We got to the station, all is well, right? No, it isn't. Remember how I said I booked everything last minute? Turns out we didn't check our train tickets because we accidentally booked first class. I remember looking at them while I was booking them and being like, this seems really expensive. But I didn't question it. And we were not prepared for first class at all. There was people with like Louis Vuitton luggage in suits, and I'm just sitting there in like backpack, jogging bottoms, and then they brought out food and wine, and it was just really overwhelming, and I just wasn't prepared for that at all. Day 3. Concert. The French fans actually had a really nice organising and queuing system, which would have been great, but I was alone, and I didn't speak any French, so I just kind of sat in a parking lot for hours on my own, just like, okay. A couple of my friends from Twitter came to visit me and say hi. Visit me, it sounds like I'm in jail. A couple of my mutuals from Twitter came to say hi, Morgan and Aurora, who gave me drawings, and they were gorgeous, and I'll put them like on the screen so you can see them. They were great. And Alex, who I wanted to fight, but I forgot to fight because I was too panicked. And Manon, who was so lovely and saved my life and translated everything for me and was an angel, and I'm so thankful. The Paris concert was just a lot more lively and more fun, if I'm honest, than the London one. But yeah, 10 out of 10 Yelp review. Go see Stray Kids. Day 4. Fansign day, where I mess up a lot. I clearly didn't really think the whole fansign thing through because I'm really socially anxious and I get stressed very easily and I forget to speak a lot of the time. So why did I think it would be a good idea to meet my favourite K-pop group and try to speak to them? Dumb people behaviour. The fansign was held in like a super fancy hotel as well, and I really just felt too poor to be there, so the awkward energy was already running quite high. Luckily I pulled like a middle number, so I sat far enough away from Stray Kids that I didn't make too much of a fool of myself by just like existing. But at one point Chan made eye contact with me and I just ducked as if that was gonna do anything. Like I felt so threatened by him looking at me that I had to duck. I'm not going to tell you about the whole fan sign because it was just a lot of me being like, ah, and then being like, what is happening? But I'll tell you the most embarrassing moments. So Hyunjin was first, which already, why would you do that? He's intimidating and pretty and no, not first. And he held out his hand for me to give him the album to sign, you know, at this fan sign, where they signed the albums. He put out his hand to take my album and I just high-fived him. And sometimes I think about that at like 4 a.m. at night and I just want to cry. Like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I also prepared like pickup lines to be cool and funny in front of Chan, but I just ended up crying at him and telling him he's important. And honestly, that's a mood. I gave him a little alien plushie as well because it had 3 eyes and I was like, ha, get it? Third eye, because you have a song called Third Eye, it has 3 eyes, and he didn't laugh. So that was great. I think I told Felix he was pretty around 6 times in the space of a minute. The rest was just really chaotic as well, but I don't really remember because I was just dissociating a lot of the time. And then I guess I'll just do the rest of the trip, but like speedrun. We went to Disney the day after the fan sign, and I was just dissociating the whole way. My boyfriend was trying to talk to me about the whole Star Wars thing going on in like Space Mountain, and I was just sitting there dissociating like...
The prophecy is true.
We went on Tower of Terror as well, and I passed out because of fear, so that was great. Also, I didn't realise that you had to queue for the Arc de Triomphe, so I just ran across like the giant 7-lane roundabout and risked my life, and I really hope that wasn't illegal. Also, funny thing about my whole trip to Paris, I was too anxious to go into any of the intimidating coffee shops, so I just spent most of the time in Starbucks. Like an anxious person. And then we got our accidental first class train home, and no one knows about this trip, except for everyone watching this.
Wow.